Hey everybody, welcome back to Northern Lion Plays The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. This is our random run. I'm a little scared. Let's go to the question mark. The question mark is where we will find salvation and or disrepair. That's Azazel, Lazarus. No! Oh my god, it's just going really slowly. What the heck is up with my frame rate? That scared the shit out of me. I thought it was all over. Oh lordy lordy. Oh, that was a scare and a half. That's how you get ready for the data stars. What is going on here? There's our seed. F3AZT4R9. I was getting some Steam messages. I wonder if that's what was causing this. Excuse me. This is not really a good start to this video. I'm trying to get some momentum going here. Maybe if we continue that. Don't start a new run. Oh my god. It would all be over. There we go. We're fast now. F3AZT4R9. Okay, well, we've already gotten over what I thought would be the biggest problem, which is randoming the Lost. Apparently, we just had a super slow frame rate, and I actually thought we were going to random Eve. I was off by like 5 positions because of the way that the frame rate was tanking there. And also, I didn't accidentally start a new run when I should have continued, so we haven't killed our streak for like literally no reason. One day it will end. It may even be 2 days. But it is not going to be as a result of my own idiocy, at least in that exact specific moment. We do have a tinted rock right off the bat here. Haven't played, this is normally not a huge deal, but I haven't played Rebirth in a couple of days. I have a large backlog, and yesterday was all about EU4 Roundtable Podcast. Didn't really get a chance to keep the Isaac momentum going, which is a little dangerous. You know, I like to keep this momentum going. Keep my Isaac, what do I want? Calibration proper? Is maybe the way that I would describe it. There we go. I'm actually really pleased with the way that worked out. We got 2 spirit hearts from our first tinted rock, so I'm like, we could probably afford to waste 1 tinted rock, or sorry, waste 1 spirit heart. Sorry, waste 1 turkey sandwich. Sorry, waste 1 Geneva Convention. What I'm trying to say is I'm okay with wasting 1 bomb, even if we end up not being able to access a tinted rock. Our first tinted rock was so good that it kind of works out okay, probably in the end. Anyway. And it maybe caused us to lose 1 heart less against those ghosts, so life is good. Now, I did, admittedly, take some damage against the Haunt. That's okay. We've been playing pretty well against this guy lately. That was a lucky dodge. I should never have been in that position in the first place, but it worked out. A little bit of extra HP is okay. Let's go to the item room is what I'm thinking. A little extra HP sets us up nicely for the next deal with the devil, if we can get it. We've had some very dubious kind of deal with the devil, deal with the angel shenanigans lately. They've worked out, but at the same time, I just wish they worked out better, more consistently. Alright, so we'll try to get a little extra money out of this, and, you know, we got 2 cents. Nothing to sneeze at, followed by the bean, which, you know, you can very much sneeze at the bean. I'm not going to be too mad if you sneeze at the bean. Do what you want, sneeze at the bean. Doesn't really. Just cut that joke before it gets too far. We're gonna... Oh, no, we're not gonna leave. I forgot that we actually had an extra battery charge. Amazing grace, how sweet thy sound that saved a bean like me. Yeah, that actually makes it a lot better. SMB Superfan, commonly considered perhaps the worst of the all-stats upgrades, but that's like being the worst Harlem Globetrotter, right? Like, you're still pretty good at what you're doing. People still are fond of your work, and that's a little extra HP for the next floor deal with the devil as well, and we've already fought the Haunt, and we have a really nice kind of buffer zone here to help us out even further. I guess SMB Superfan must have healed us a little bit as well. So on this floor, I'm not going to be too picky. If you give me the option to take Deal with the Devil Precedence and it's not like a complete shit item, we'll take it. A lot of the reason we've been saddled with some deals with the Angel lately is because we have low HP or not enough HP to feel justified in taking like a shit deal like the Shovel, for example, which has saved me a couple times, but, you know, it's helped a lot, at least, a couple times. But, you know, we don't feel like we have the HP necessary to, like, take the Shovel and then also survive later. Like, it doesn't feel like it's worth it. And I guess, in our defense, it's largely been correct thus far. Our runs have worked out well on those deals with the Angel. Sometimes in spite of the deal with the Angel. Sometimes because of the deal with the Angel. We did have that sweet Godhead run. Semi-recently. All these runs are starting to blur together. I mean, if you're coming from an upload standpoint, we're on 30 videos in a row with a win. That's basically 2 weeks. A month is within our grasp. That'll be 60. I mean, we're halfway there. That's within your grasp, man. Definitely. Don't let the turkeys get you down. See if we can get, like, a petrified poop. I mean, you want to get the, you want to shoot the poop to try to get the petrified poop trinket in the first place, but I don't want to shoot the poop until we get the petrified poop trinket because we're wasting poops, you know? It's a catch-22 to some extent. Can't get a job without experience, can't get experience without a job. What am I supposed to do, economy? Well, you know, the time has since passed. You know, I've been doing this on YouTube for, like, 3 years. I can't be like, well, I just can't find a job. You know, it turns out this whole YouTube thing is thankfully working out pretty well, and one day my jokes will no longer be timely, and I'll be living in a box under the bridge, but for now, you know, I can survive. Just on the backs of, you know, slightly above average Binding of Isaac play and occasionally referencing Canadian boy bands from the late 90s. We're gonna have to get a little extra love here. One more room before we go to our deal with the devil. The Curse of the Maze actually helped me out a little bit. I'll tell you what, I'll shoot these 3. Come on, petrified poop. Ah, you screwed me, is what you did. No arcade, in all likelihood. And this is actually very lucky. It sucks that we probably, or at least possibly, won't be able to get to our item room. And in fact, I took a whole Spirit Heart worth of damage there, which is actually, it's a little bit of a cause for concern. I can still get hit once by the boss, but we need to save our reroll for the devil room. So I'll shoot all the poop. My hope is that we do get petrified poop. It looks like I won't be able to go to the item room. I would feel better about not being able to go to the item room if I picked up a trinket that would allow me to pick up like 40 cents over the course of the run. But it does not appear that this is going to be likely. No bombs, no keys. I mean, I don't feel bad about this. We didn't waste any keys. We haven't had any keys on this run. We might get lucky enough to get a key drop from the boss. Depends what we get, you know, like a cardboard box pickup or crate pickup. I always forget what it's called. I think it's just called the box. If you could just, like, stay far, far away from me. I mean, I have no excuse to take damage from Pin at this point. I've done it in the past. I always psych myself out, you know, get an orbital, then try to run into him. It's a terrible decision when you can't take damage. We're done. Old bandage is acceptable. And I think this one's fairly obvious. We take the goat head. We have so much HP, we take Guppy's head, and we reroll it into something else. That's an absolutely fantastic first deal with the devil. We will go to the curse room now as well. So now, as hopefully that curse room doesn't require bombs, either for a stone chest or for some spirit hearts. But we have extra damage, a Guppy item, and deal with the devil precedent, and non-stop deals with the devil for the rest of the game up to the womb part 2. So this is it's a really, really excellent start for us. That hurts. Curse of the Maze, man. Luck. Okay, this is what I was a little scared of. But we actually snuck right through there, so as much as I'm disappointed with the fact that this room didn't provide us with anything and we can't go to our item room, I'm a little pleased, actually, with the way that it went inside of the curse room. It was pretty much pure luck, but I'll take it. And you know, if you can't go to the item room, 3 deals with the devil and still having a lot of HP left over really takes the sting out a little bit. But hopefully we'll get some consumables on the next floor. Otherwise, it's going to be pretty difficult for us to keep pace with the game, but for now, it's good. Alright. Well, it's a good chance to get consumables in this room, if there's a, you know, a default chest, as there was. This is good stuff. I'm excited about this. I would really, I mean, now I'm getting greedy. I think one of the strengths of the streak thus far has been, well, playing my own style of game, you know, still keeping it weird and persevering. Not that every run has been difficult, but, you know, there have been some that have been a little bit tricky. And I've almost ended my own streak a couple of times by hilarious accident. But, well, I think one of the key things about the streak is taking it one game at a time, or at the very least one cycle at a time. You know, one Eden, one Isaac, and one beer. That was, you know, one day that joke will hit properly. But anyway, it's, it allows you to parcel the streak into something that's not so enormous, right? It's not like, oh, I have to win 30 games in a row. You're like, no, man, that's just 10 cycles. Just win 10 cycles in a row. I mean, that's still, we could use Hangman here, but I'll wait for a better reason, probably. That's still not easy. It still equates to the same thing in the end, but it feels more doable as a result of that. You're basically tricking your brain a little bit. Oh, I didn't realize that you were the kind of dude that you were. This is fine. One of you is the vaginal one. The other ones are all silkworms. That was very stupid of me, but on the bright side, 2 extra bombs and Another tinted rock. Small rock would be very nice. Golden chest we can't do yet. We're not at that position in our relationship with keys right now. Still in a little bit of a tight spot. Excuse me. I'm very tempted to go for the reroll here. We should not do it, but I'm very tempted. Almost took damage there as well. We're still waiting on a trinket. I would still love petrified poop if it showed up. That's not petrified poop. It got me scared for a minute. Excited in a good way. You know, there's a good kind of scared. Did you guys know... I don't know why my voice cracked there. I had an incredible realization last night. Netflix is like $8 a month. That's fucking crazy, man. I know that many people have already known this. We've had Netflix, well, I've had Netflix ever since I moved in with Kate, which was like almost 3 years ago. But I never thought about how much it costs. I was like, it's probably like 15 bucks, 20 bucks, you know? That's very reasonable for the amount of content you get there. I saw people complaining about Netflix online. I didn't realize it was $8 a month. Now, I'll admit Canadian Netflix doesn't quite hold a candle to American Netflix for most things. However, oh, so good. Excuse me, Roomba, if you could get away from my door, please. That's a staggering amount of value for that. This sounds like I'm about to launch into like some kind of paid affiliate thing, but really, I was reminded of it last night because we watched a movie on like our cable box, video on demand, and shit was $8 for one movie, and I was like, man, this movie isn't even that good. We could get a better setup just by watching something on Netflix instead. So we should get Judas's shadow here. Roomba, you're breaking my concentration. We should take Demon Judgment. Is there any way to do this and kill ourselves? Like, with bombs, yes, but I don't know about otherwise. I'm very sorry to have to do this, Roomba, but you're being very annoying right now. I'm going to have to shut you down. You can't hide from me. You can't hide. It's hiding. Oh my god. It went under the shoe rack and tried to jam my finger in there. Okay. Well, obviously boss rush is not happening on this one. Maybe. We might as well take all three, and we can take all three. Let's take Judas' Shadow first. I don't think we're going to die, but just in case we die, it makes sense. This is the combination that we want. If we find more Spirit Hearts on this level, I would like to kill myself to respawn as Judas' Shadow, and that's exactly what we've done. We even have a converter happening here as well. So we have an extra life. I've almost fucked my life over with Judas' Shadow so many times recently, so I want to make sure that I'm not actually ending my streak. We're good. This is fine. We still have an item room left to go to, and we have a lot of damage now. Like, a lot. This is fantastic for us. We may want to buy Converter. Now that I've been using Judas' Shadow a little bit more, the Converter has actually been, I don't want to say super useful, but it's been an item that I've come back to a little bit after basically being of the opinion that the Converter sucks because Spirit Hearts are, most of the time, pretty much as good as Red Hearts. It's a shame that we got rubber cement because, I mean, obviously it doesn't work with Mom's Knife, but I've kind of, you know, if the converters come up a little bit in my power rankings, rubber cement's gone down, even though I like it for its insanity, and we'll still take it, like, every time it's available if I have tiers. We'll take Mystery Sack, could pay out with some worthwhile consumables. We're, oh, be careful about that. We're still in a good position, but we're in a position where we can't afford to be too flexible with our HP, which is a very polite way of saying I can't get hit very much. If I do, we'll persevere. And mostly I want to say I'm extremely thankful for the deal with the devil that we've gotten. Both deals, actually. The first deal really laid a nice foundation. This deal right here has given me a staggering amount of damage with Judas' Shadow and Mom's Knife. A really, really incredible amount of damage that should make it difficult for us to, you know, fuck this run up royally in the future. Now, if you would be so kind as to give me some pills or something. No, that's okay. Mystery Sack, though, paid out. What do you think? Secret room doesn't seem like it's in that terrible of a location. It's got to be pretty much here, which it will not be, or one of these two. And let's go quickly check to see if it could not be this one. It can't be that one, so it should be the one that borders the shop here. Lovely. And we'll get 2 extra bombs for that. Whether or not that was worth it is highly debatable, but let's go check out what's going on in our golden chest here. Bomb and a penny. That's not what I wanted for the cost of a key. But we have a bomb, so there is that. What do you think about this? If we're not going to do boss rush, I am going to be a little bit more diligent, and I am extremely thankful that I did. It becomes a real question now. Would I rather have 4 spirit hearts, or 2 red heart containers, or some combination thereof? I think here's what we do. Buy a converter, use it twice. Take us to 2 red hearts. Admittedly, a slightly dangerous situation. However, then, with 5 cents, which we'll have after one more bomb here, we can buy that battery charge and re-roll the converter. So we get the benefit of the converter kind of twice over. This one became the battery. So for 15 cents, we traded our HP and got the battery. I'm content with this, is the way that I would describe it. I think we're going to head down to the next floor. Admittedly, 4 spirit hearts is more survivability, but I still like this. Now we can stack up spirit hearts and have a good amalgam, and in a way, it's just hedging our bets, really. And I think hedging your bets in a situation like this is not a bad idea. Hopefully we can pick up some more red hearts, hopefully we can pick up some more spirit hearts, and hopefully, you know, our damage is well, I don't even need to say hopefully for this, but our damage is strong enough to carry us through the rest of the game. The only question is, you know, can I avoid getting hit? I think the answer is probably yes. This is seeming like a pretty solid run right now. Yeah, you know what? We will take Little Chad. Not only is it a decent item, but it synergizes so well with Dark Bum, if we can get it. There's a charge in there. Sharp Plug as well. We've almost gotten ourselves into a little trouble with Sharp Plug, which is not to say that it's bad. It's a great item. I'm probably guilty of slightly overusing it. Nickel and a golden key. Like a little late, but I'll take it, nonetheless. No, we shouldn't do it this way. Let's do it this way. Alright, fight Chub. He'll die pretty much instantly. We'll have another deal with the devil. Would be a good opportunity to fight Krampus, and thank you for the HP. No Krampus. Sister Maggie instead. Sister Maggie is not good enough to give up 1/3 of my HP. We'll reroll into Sacrificial Dagger, which many people would probably consider in the same boat as Sister Maggie, but I really, really like, especially if we can ever hope to get ourselves into permanent Polaroid invincibility. Hope for a second secret room with an Eternal Heart. No, so far so good. Well, we'll still play this. I'll play this until I run out, honestly. This is second floor. The Lover's card might be great for, well, Counterfeit Penny's good too, but the Lover's card might be great for a blood bank if we manage to find one here. I'm hoping for like a Spirit Heart or a better trinket, but that's alright. That's alright. Lover's card plus Counterfeit Penny gives us the ability to pretty much rebuild whatever money we lost on that donation machine if we find a blood bank, but we may not. Hopefully we do. So our HP, admittedly we gave up a decent amount of HP relative to our whole for something that most people would probably not consider that worthwhile. I'm guilty sometimes of being a little bit too aggressive on these deals for sure. This is a good opportunity to use the Hanged Man. If we have to go back for it, we will. There's a Tinted Rock over there. I don't want to miss out on the Rock Tinted. Oh, there's another bomb for us, though, so we could also just use the bomb to do this and save the Hangman for the next floor. We have golden keys. Oh, lovely. That is fantastic. Didn't get that much better afterwards, but still, what is this? Some kind of library? All it has is the Bible, which is a little unfortunate, but we can re-roll it a lot with those batteries. Thank you for not being, like, health down. That would have been a disaster. We could re-roll it with the batteries. I'm just waiting to see, like, you know, if we get a full charge. We might as well wait to use it then. Although, to be fair, the Bible also would have let us fly, weirdly enough. So if we just gone into that room, we would have not had to use a bomb. But now we're at 6 bombs, so I'm not going to be too salty about it. Come on, a blood bank. We'll find out one day if there's a blood bank here. Still haven't been hit, I think, since picking up Judas's Shadow, so I'm feeling pretty solid about our performance here. What do you think? I mean, we've got nothing else to obviously re-roll. Why don't we go pick up the Bible, so if we get the Rosary, we don't get punished for it later by having to get the Bible, and re-roll it, and then re-roll it another few times, maybe pick up some Spirit Hearts in the process. Book of Secrets might give us a secret room vision. It did not. That's okay. We could use Book of Secrets more, but I'd rather re-roll as many things as possible here. Book of Shadows is a little weird. I might want to hurt myself and then take this into the boss trap room, but I think I'm going to play it a little safer and just re-roll it right away instead. It became How to Jump, so honestly I'm a little displeased with the books that we got here. None of them were Satanic Bible, Book of Sin, Book of Revelations, anything that could give us, you know, a little bit more survivability temporarily, but it is what it is, you know? We still took many books out of the rotation. If we manage to get more libraries in the future, that will be fantastic for us. Why not give that one shot at least? And we could do a little bit more, but I don't want to be too coy about it, you know? Too clever, I should say. There we go. Just gotta get one shot in there. We're up to 12 cents. We won't be able to buy Sharp Plug. There might be a Spirit Heart for sale. I can't remember. Could be a secret room in one of these locations. That's disappointing. Well, with those two taken care of, it won't be there. It could be here. This looks good, actually. Oh, come on. I'm mad at myself. Sometimes the bombs have this weird, like, coefficient of friction associated with them, man. Well, we spent 4 bombs, got 3 back. It's not so bad. It's pretty not good, but it's not awful. Might as well walk into these, see if we can get a little extra money with Counterfeit Penny. It adds up. No Spirit Art for sale. There's a charge. We don't need it. Yeah. Do we take the Lover's card, or do we take the ability to fly? That's a great question. Play this a little bit more. Rosary Bead is probably what we're going to want here. Temperance. Yeah, Temperance is what we've been asking for. So Temperance plus the Lover's card. Plus Counterfeit Penny. Now, don't accidentally get yourself killed here. That would be... unfortunate, it would probably be the way that I would describe it. See if we can pick up anything else here. I'm willing to play this until we like, completely dry up financially. I think. Come on. We want just, like, one Spirit Heart would make me feel a whole lot better about this entire situation. Alright. We blow up this first, just in case it gives us a red heart. I don't know if that's even possible. Should have picked up Counterfeit Penny there. We'll pick up Counterfeit Penny here. And, of course, get nothing out of it. Yeah, this is fine. I mean, it still worked out well. I think we milked pretty much what we could have milked out of that floor. Could have gone better, but definitely could have gone worse. Curse of the Blind. I want to take a second to talk about Curse of the Blind. Because, to reiterate for myself that this is very dangerous. With Curse of the Blind, I hope to gentle RN Jesus that we are fighting Krampus. Because I know myself, and I have low HP, but on a deal with the devil with Curse of the Blind, I'm going to be like, well, why don't we just pick it up? It's probably 9 lives. We don't know that it's 9 lives. But I'm gonna be guilty. I'm like becoming like precog about this shit. Because I know it's not psychic, really. It's not any cold reading silliness. Rather, I just know myself. And I know that I'm likely to make the ballsy call that is probably stupid. That's hopefully Dark, or Dry Baby. It's Ghost Baby. I mean, it's fine. That means we know for a fact we won't be picking up Ghost Baby, which is actually a really nice little bit of peace of mind, I suppose. Credit card. Oh, this is exactly the card that you need to feel a lot better about Curse of the Blind. So credit card allows us to get everything from the deal with the devil or the shop for free. So now I really hope we don't fight Krampus, but we probably will fight Krampus. But if we fight Krampus, we will just re-roll whatever he gives us right off the bat, because Lump of Cold does not benefit Mom's Knife, or at least it doesn't benefit Brimstone, so I'm assuming it doesn't benefit Mom's Knife. And Krampus's head does not replace the D6 for us, so I think it's a smart call. And of course, we can go to our curse room. We're not ruining any deal with the devil stuff because of our goat head, but we can also just do it this way. We know there's not going to be greed in the shop. That's nice. Quite a lot of money there. It's a very comfortable run right now. Where things become somewhat more tricky is on the womb when we were only 2 hits away from death at any given time. And 1 hit if we get hit once, which is a lot of pressure to carry with you. So I'm really, really hoping we get just a little bit more survivability, like a super bandage, lard pickup, anything along these lines would be it would do a lot for my peace of mind. Now, like, I don't want to be the guy who loses a 30 streak on an Isaac random run. I definitely don't want to be the guy who loses a 30 streak on a Mom's Knife Isaac random run. And we shouldn't, but we're in a little bit of a dangerous position. Our damage is unparalleled. Way more than you would ever expect to get. Oh, there goes our Spirit Heart. Oh, Jesus. Don't... Yeah, okay. I panicked. I panicked a lot there and almost ended up potentially even dying as a result of what was the greatest fatty enemy of all time. But we're still here. Very scary. Hot bombs. Check in and see. I'd feel a lot better if I had more than 2 HP. Black hearts. Black hearts. Rules card. Rooms may... Oh, well, Chubb dislikes smoke. That's what I saw. Remote detonator. More bombs. And the jar. Remote detonator is a good passive item, or active item to accidentally buy. Habit. So good. Piggy bank. Decent enough. I honestly, for 30 cents, considering our current finances, I think that was okay. Very important. Don't take damage on this room. Oh, whoa, whoa, thank you. An eternal heart here would mean the world to me. That's good. I mean, we need the spirit hearts, but curved horn, you know, what's my philosophy been? It's like, take whatever the best available item or trinket is. Caffeine pill does not really help. We got a lot of items. Let's open this up first. That's fine. This is credit card. So we pop credit card. We get little brimstone. That's a good one. We get dead cat. 9 lives. Oh, we're in the money now. So that does fuck our HP temporarily. But the survivability combined with the damage that we have sells it. Plus now we're only 1 item away from becoming Guppy. I'm really glad that I did not buy Little Brimstone. Little Brimstone plus Mom's Knife is good in some situations. Like, this situation is pretty solid for it. And, you know, Mom's Knife is basically a charge shot, if you want to put it at, like, its basic level. What's dangerous about it is that it's not in a good place in our order right now. Like, in our, the Magician's not very good. In our, familiar order, we have so many familiars following us around. This is not one of, like, the best amongst them. However, it's still good, and we got it for free, so I'm not going to complain. I would like to get another black heart, though, if possible. Perthrow Rune, oh, that's perfect. Perthrow Rune and a black heart to keep us alive here a little bit longer. We should be totally fine now. 9 lives gives us a staggering amount of survivability. I don't really want to go in there, even though it is free. Well, it doesn't cost a key anyway. This should be a very, very doable situation. And again, I gotta say thank you to the Deals with the Devil for being so good so far. And thank you to the credit card as well for basically allowing me to take those deals, because I would not have taken 9 lives probably. I know I said earlier that I probably would have, but I don't think I would have, given that I talked to myself about it before, you know? Dark Bum is like the last thing we would possibly need to make this, you know, completely work. Pandora's Box. Here it gives us money. Yeah, it only gives us money here. I don't think it's worth it. Let's re-roll it once or twice. Once, contract from below. I'm gonna go for twice, honestly, to try to get Guppy. Oh, it fucking worked. And my thinking was, well, I still have the Perthrow Rune left after this. So now we're Guppy. We can fly. Basically, we got the ability to fly. We will be summoning flies occasionally. And all of a sudden, you know, Guppy, it negates a lot of your survivability woes. And holy shit, we may actually have the opportunity to reroll this into a quadruple item room. Because we've already taken, like, 4 books out. I don't think there's any reason, like, not to use the Perthrow Rune here. You would use the Perthrow Rune, or you would avoid using the Perthrow Rune to not, lose the ability to reroll your d6 itself, but I don't think we're going to be too much interested in that anyway. Experimental treatment seems to show up very frequently on those, like, item, or library rerolls, which I don't fully understand the reasons why, but that's okay. We're going to go back and take the other books out of the rotation, reroll everything, and all of a sudden, like, it's looking like this is an obvious win, and maybe it's been an obvious win for a while, but it's looking real nice right now. So We're doing it in kind of a funny way, which I appreciate as well. And there's another battery charge. It seems like that pays out fairly frequently from Book of Sin. I love it. Reroll everything. We'll take Midas Touch because it can be a little weird, and I think we'll take Ball of Tar and we'll reroll the other two. Dead Onion doesn't do much for us with Mom's Knife. Otherwise, I kind of like it. We'll take Scorpio for the Poison Tears, and then we just have basically one item back there, and it's Butterbean, which obviously we're not going to take. But if we ever get more rerolls than we could possibly do, or we can possibly live with, we can just go back and dump one in there. But we'll see if our item room here is good. Then we'll be fine. I will say, we haven't gotten incredible items out of that. Oh, that's so good. We haven't gotten incredible items out of that library yet, but we got, you know, 4 solid items is really, really good for the cost of basically nothing. Alright, so no golden chest items yet. A little surprising considering how many of them we've interfaced with thus far, to put it in the dorkiest way possible. I don't even think we need to blow up the skulls anymore, starring Joshua Jackson. Well, we have a reroll ready. That was bad damage on my part. We have a reroll ready for our boss room here. The question is, do we want to go for it right away? I think we can probably buy a charge on the... I can't believe this is going to be like a 30-minute run, but... a 30-minute run to Mom, specifically. If we have to, we can buy a charge on the shop, donate the rest of the money to our donation machine, and then reroll Butterbean twice and just assume that we're going to, like, fight Krampus or, well, maybe we would rather have a reroll ready for our Devil Room instead of rerolling Butterbean. We'll see. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. We can get pretty close here just by... Yeah, well, more than pretty close, actually. Black Candle is fantastic. There's options is exactly good enough. Sorry, donation machine. We shouldn't necessarily be doing this right now because we can get more rerolls later. Okay. How do we want to do this? I think we should reroll Butterbean once, take whatever it is, unless it's a shitty active. If it is a shitty active, we'll reroll it again, try to get another charge. I'm going to take it. I think it's going to make it so it takes longer for our knife to reach the same range. Yeah, we're going to be a little bit more close quarters now, but I also am assuming that we're going to be very potent at close quarters combat. Like when the knife actually hits, it's going to do more ticks of damage faster. This should, that's not going to be a second secret room. Could have been a regular secret room. This should be our second secret room. Pushed it a little bit, but that's fine. We'll just leave. Alright, Mom's going to come down here. Real bad for business for her. Obviously, we want to take the Polaroid. And the Pact. We don't need any rerolls for that. Oh, this is so good. Now that we've got some invincibility, especially. This is unlosable, in my opinion. Not to sound smarmy. I want to give you, like, an accurate representation of where we're at right now. By the way, the number 1 pickup, looking back on it, pretty dumb. Not very smart. Now Pandora's Box is not so bad. It will give us, like, an item. Or 2 items. And Synth Oil and Jesus Juice is, like, a really good combination of items to have here. We also could have saved it for the Cathedral and gotten an Angel item out of it. But, you know, that puts us at risk of getting Godhead. It also puts us at risk of getting Holy Water. Depends on your perspective. You're a glass half full, glass half empty kind of person. No interest, I will go back to that. But no interest, in my opinion, of playing that Judgment. I don't want HP. Compass would be nice, but... I don't know. Kind of, it feels like it's not worth the time. I don't know. Maybe the number 1's alright. It's pretty good because of the fact that it does more ticks of damage. Or in the same amount of time, it does more ticks of damage. So if you can attack a boss and kill them before they even get to do, like, their first attack animation, then it's amazing. And honestly, I think for a lot of bosses, we will be in that position. Mom's Knife, Judas' Shadow, the Pact, you know, Guppy Flies, Little Brimstone, and Small Rock, etc., etc. We have a lot of good damage. Curved Horn. This is helping us out a great deal, and actually basically makes it so any enemy, and I mean that legitimately, I think any enemy will die in 2 hits, including Blue Baby. But we'll find out. It's, you know, it's all intellectual at this point. We're going to be winning this run and pushing the streak to 31, which is nice. 30 wins has September, April, June, all in November. All the rest have 31. It's embarrassing, but whenever someone asks me how many days are in a month, I still have to go and, like, do that entire song in my head. 30 days has September, April, June, and November. But it might have been better if just, like, as a child, instead of teaching me that mnemonic, which was very helpful, but it's cost me, you know, some time as an adult, they just, every, like, third day, they just gave us a test. How many days does November have? How many days does blah blah have? And you'd be like, okay, well, eventually, hopefully you memorize it instead of having to sing the song every GD time. But maybe that's not that big of a deal. Hey, I got an idea. How about give us those quizzes during the time when you were trying to teach us cursive writing, a skill which you're totally gonna need in college. If you are of the age... Do kids these days still learn cursive? I think I went through this in another video, but... Yo, if you're, like, of the age where you still have learned cursive in your educational career, you don't need it. Everyone in college just uses a laptop, man, or they just write, you know, however they're most comfortable. It's not a... Your college professors are not going to quiz you on cursive unless you're at some weird-ass, like, stenographical college where it's all about literal cursive writing acumen. Probably the pentagram here is what we're going to want to go for. And there's Krampus. But we did do some analysis earlier, so we know that Krampus, we want to reroll his item no matter what. And that's a little bit of a speed upgrade, honestly. We could have re-rolled it again, which I should have, but I forgot that I had the battery, to be completely transparent. Alright, Utero 1, Utero 2, Utero 11. Pentagram pickup is awesome for the damage, helps out the flies. Look, Tammy's head has never been worthwhile with Mom's knife for me. And by worthwhile, I mean if you have the D6. It might be a nice little damage bonus by itself, if you have no spacebar item, but with a spacebar item... That's great. I've never found Tammy's head to work with Mom's knife well enough to take. It's a shame. I would love to see it work well. Oh well. Can't really control it. This is Little Brimstone's time to shine. If we can line his shots up appropriately. Teach me how to kill. Teach me how to throw. Kill super envy. Tell me what do I know. That's the, you know, hey, whoa, Little Brimstone's time to shine. It doesn't really work, but you get the idea. Alright. Fine. It looks cool because we got two knives, but I resent it. I resent it a little bit because it looks cool, but mostly sucks. But if it's ever good, it's good with the knife, so... Or Epic Fetus in some situations, but anyway. What am I going to do with the Stars card? That's a fantastic question. I'm happy you asked it. I'm thinking we're probably going to use it on the Cathedral immediately, just to see if it puts us closer to the boss. It may not. It doesn't really matter. At least give us, like, some vision. Or we could just use it to teleport out of this room, like, right now. Which, honestly, I think is better. There we go. Now our boss fight's probably back over this way. This is a... Oh, that should have hit me. This is a super long run for one that has been won for a long time. Like, this is going to be like a 40-minute run, if not a little bit more. Kind of silly considering our damage, but hey, it took, you know, it took a lot of cooks to make this stew, you know, we had to do our due diligence here. We'll go back for the keys. Don't worry your pretty little head, we're going to get you home to Tyson and your cozy tiger bed. Lovely. We'll open this. We could use the keys, potentially. The money, probably less important, but that's okay. Up to the Cathedral. Excuse me, thank you. Up to the Cathedral. Find the boss fight. Get those delicious 4 golden chests. Or pick up a Yara rune here and even double it, you know? I gotta say, I enjoy Morgan Spurlock's 2004 smash breakout hit documentary Super Size Me. And I respect and understand that McDonald's is unhealthy food that is perhaps contributing to the, well, to the general unhealthiness of the Western world, at least. I don't know how to... I'm phrasing this in like I'm walking on eggshells. You get the idea. McDonald's is not good for you, is basically what I'm trying to say. I understand this, I respect this, but I don't know if I can ever forgive him for getting rid of Super Size, like this, for his documentary causing Super Size to be phased out, you know? I'm an adult, and I appreciate being protected from things that are bad for me that I'm ignorant of, you know? I don't know anything about mesothelioma, so when there's governmental legislation passed that is like, hey, stop using asbestos in insulation, I'm like, you know what? Good on you. That's awesome. But I understand that eating a lot of deep-fried potatoes with salt on them, it's not good for you. But there's just some times when I feel that I need the size that is super. I have a giant's hunger. Ugh. Or perhaps, you know, maybe a giant's hangover. And then the super size is the only thing that I feel like I should have the option, is all I'm trying to say. I could still order 2 larges. You're not going to stop me there. It's not like I have to show you ID for the second person who's buying them, you know? But then you're going to make me order 2 mediums and feel like a weirdo when I could have just gotten 1 super size and kept at least a small proportion of my dignity. I've never done that, by the way. I usually find by 1 order of fries I'm already feeling bad enough about myself that I don't need a second. I'm just saying, you know, I'm a big boy. I wish that super size was back. Anyone who says that they're a big boy is automatically not a big boy as well, but you get the idea. And I don't resent him for it, I don't know if I can ever forgive him. I know this probably wasn't his intention immediately either. Maybe it's McDonald's with their unhappy, or they were like, hey, you know, it's a Pyrrhic victory. Hey, you think our food's unhealthy? Fine, fuck you, we're gonna take away the super size. How do you feel about that shit, suckers? I don't know, maybe it was like that, man. Maybe they're punishing us. Maybe we're bearing, you know, the weight of the Spurlock curse. I don't know. I'm very sorry about this, Isaac. It had to be this way. And people are gonna be McDonald's as shit. Yo, you can insult McDonald's, but, you know, there's a lot of very talented food scientists working at McDonald's HQ to figure out how to make this stuff work. And I mean that, like, sarcastically, but also non-sarcastically. I can get down with some McDonald's from time to time. It's not high cuisine, but, you know, there's something in our brains that is like, hey, deep-fried chicken parts in this sweet-ass, like, cornflake breading dipped in hot mustard is what you need to survive life on the savannah. And I can't argue with human nature, man. That's what the Michael Jackson song was about. Why? Tell them that it's chicken nuggets. Why? Oh, wafer plus the cancer item seems like, well, it's overkill, isn't it? It means that we didn't have to take the cancer item because we didn't really get much out of it. Obviously, our boss fight is right down here. We're going to win very easily. We'll go back and reroll, you know, whatever's closest and also shittiest. So I'm thinking we reroll stem cells right now because it's right there. Saves me a little time. And, you know, who's going to shit on me for rerolling stem cells and getting Cricket's head? Probably nobody, is my guess. Now, if we weren't killing things in 2 hits before, and the game made a liar out of me, we're killing them in 2 hits now. That's for damn sure. Get rid of this. What do we got here? Scissors. Well, we'll take it, but it's not like we can do anything with it. I don't know what that head is supposed to do in there, but it did some sweet-ass Midas touch stuff. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. We're back with an Eden run next. Don't go anywhere. See you in the road to 32.